It's been a little bit quiet in town this week. The start of 2026 has been very poor for small birds in South Hokkaido. So this week's video features some of the common resident species. As you can see, the snow has gone. Even the usually common resident species have been pretty thin on the ground so far this year. So not many passerines around, but at least there are a lot of grebes, like this black-necked grebe. In the same port as the black-necked grebe were several Slavonian grebes. They were diving and fishing successfully for sardines. For a bird the size of a Slavonian grebe, it must be pretty difficult to swallow a fish the size of this sardine. But, as you can see, it managed. Last week there were still lots and lots of small gulls around Hakodate. The three small gull species we saw were common gull, black-legged kittiwake and black-headed gull. I don't know why we got so many small gulls this winter. Maybe they were chasing the same sardines as the grebes. Black-legged kittiwake is an evocative species, and it's been really nice to see so many in town this winter. Of course there were some other large gull species around, like this slaty-backed gull. And there were also several Vega gull. And the black-tailed gulls have returned from the south to breed. As you can see, this individual has been ringed. So it's a bit of a low-key end to the winter. I took a walk down the local river last week, and I was a little bit surprised to see the black-crowned night herons have seemingly overwintered. Here's a great egret on the river near my apartment. This injured hooper swan has been on the local river for several years now, and this winter it had a companion, this Bewick swan. Very few winter passerines around, but here's one I did find, a long-tailed rosefinch. In the small park near my apartment, you can find a mixed tit flock, including a couple of varied tits. Most of the tits in Hokkaido and also the nuthatch and tree creeper are the same species that you get in northwest Europe, but this species, of course, is very different. Of course, I was hoping to see crossbills feeding on the pine cones, but they seem to have completely disappeared in the last couple of months. There were 4 species of tit, including this marsh tit. And in the roving tit flock, there were a couple of Japanese pygmy woodpeckers. This is a pretty common species throughout Japan. This can be an extremely tame species, and this particular clip was taken on my iPhone. And here's a Eurasian sparrowhawk wondering where all the small birds have gone. Here are some photos from the last couple of weeks, all taken with the 600 f11 lens. Thanks for watching.